and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Prior to our general meeting, the board met in executive session to discuss personnel and student matters. No official action was taken. And before we begin the meeting this evening, we need to formally appoint a pro tempore secretary while Mrs. LeCheco was unable to attend this evening. So I do need a motion and a second to appoint Mr. Wells as secretary for this evening, please.
Second.
Thank you. All right, we will move to public comment. Chair to recognize a resident or taxpayer of the Sarah Area School District wishing to address the board about title programming or any other matter of concern or interest properly raised in a public session. Please give your name and address and the subject of your content. It is requested that comments be kept to 3 minutes. Moreover, please note that comments relative to private, student, or employee matters should be directed to the superintendent outside of the meeting. We do have one that was written. Elaine Pearson, how are you?
We got a podium over that. We have you can.
She can go up to that. I think it's up right there.
Michelle Jennings, and there may be a few more in the building, but in any event, I've been part of a committee called America 250 that Mayor Henry Farley started over a year ago to start planning events recognizing the importance of our country being 250 years old this year. And certainly we are not political in any stretch of the imagination, but in this very turbulent time, it is nice that we recognize the importance of living in a democratic country where we are free to do lots of things that many people in this world are not free to do. So we've been trying to plan several events, and we are interested in kids taking part in any way, if they should so choose, in being part of America 250. I have a calendar of events that I'll pass out to each of you that was planned a while ago, so some of them have already taken place. Some of the events would not necessarily be kid-oriented, but if we have any students, whether they're elementary or high school level, that might want to do something to recognize their country, we would be more than happy to have them involved. And we're not pushing anything special. We're not saying you have to do this or you have to do that. We're leaving up to the kids to decide whether they would like to sing a song, play an instrument, debate an issue. I know Sayre High School has a great debate team. I've been involved with judging it on many occasions prior to COVID, so I know how excellent that is. But any teacher that could promote some little way of recognizing the importance that we have 250 years of freedom would be terrific. So I know you're very busy tonight, and it looks like you have a spectacular performance by great kids here that are enthusiastic. So I don't want to take up any more time because of that. So I made some copies of the short
I can take those for you, and I can make sure the principals get those. I can take those and make sure the principals get those, so it gets to the students. It doesn't matter, yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yep, thank you.
Is there anyone else from the public who would like to address the board at this time? Thank you, Elaine.
Thank you.
Okay. We do have two special presentations tonight. The first are the members of the 3 Odyssey of the Mind teams that will be presenting on their recent Northeast Regional Competition at Pocono Mountain West High School. Meredith, Mrs. Lezak, you'll have to direct on which team is going first.
H. Austin Snyder Elementary.
Okay.
The elementary division.
Okay, the floor is yours.
Okay, normally, what would happen is we would be off to the side. They'll say, team, are you ready?
And we'll say it.
We'll do it. Go ahead. Team, are you ready?
Plastic.
And then they'll say time begins. So, normally they have to bring it all out and set it up within that 8 minutes. So it is not set up. Adults are not allowed to help. We did tonight just for the, because we can. It feels good to be able to actually help. Our structure held 110 pounds. Imagine that it's sitting over there with a crusher board, and then weights are added, we're gonna pretend. And they added an element of the structure being hit with balls, being a golf ball, a tennis ball, and a billiards ball. And it had to go in a certain order. So if you'll watch Vivian, she'll kind of pretend and go through the motions, but we didn't want to bring a crusher, and that's a lot. Okay, so this is, Allie is not here today. She made the structure. It's in pieces. So, I mean, it had to weigh less than 17 ounces. The winning team, somehow it held 840, more than the elementary, middle school, and high school division. And then Athens, they came in second, and theirs held 540 pounds. We came in fourth. I'm very proud of them. They did an awesome job. We've been doing this since October. We did get 10 out of 10 on our style. So that would be their costumes out of recycled materials. They have to pick that, and then the judges, thank you to Mr. Hadlock, wherever he is back there. He was a judge for us representing Sarah. Did a fantastic job. Allie is not here today, so Mrs. Prescott is stepping in for Allie. So she's gonna walk the red carpet. All right, let's try that again. Team, are you ready?
Plastic.
Time begins now. Go ahead, nice and loud.
Bonnie Rose! How can it be when you don't make a boy? I was thinking, that's a simple answer. Most friendly so far. That's the final omega surgery, round 1, and the structure shapes candles. This one going to wheel! Yeah, we're moving on to round 2 of the omega balls. That adds another layer of omega pressure as the ball continues. That closes as the lowest omega impact. That's back omega pressure for round 2. That's when the omega calculator starts to get scored. What was your favorite part of the ball?
I think it's the outfits. They're omega-tastic.
It's definitely the outfit. Please welcome Lady Gaga! That's the triple omega surge. Maximum pressure at the ball. As last year's learned, it's
Go back.
The winner of the Omega Achievers Ball is...
This ball is amazing!
Yes, your ball! Winner! Everybody in this ball and play fast! All together. Omega, Omega, Omega!
That was our best one. And I forgot to say that the theme was, it had to be a ball or a party theme, so they write the script, they do all of it. And obviously, the pressure groove effect, the weights, placement. That was your best performance.
Great job! How do we move out here? That was so cute.
She brought Ozzy to this school. She brought us my own child, and we are just so grateful for just awesome experiences that you bring your A game to everything you do.
Yes, this is it. So if anybody wants to take my place,
You've done a wonderful job, Mrs. Lezak. All right, our next group. Yeah, it's up.
All right. Hello, my name is Megan Mosier. I'm Ada Mosier's mom. I'm kind of filling in for Mrs. Condon. She is at a meeting because these two teams get to go on to the next round of competition, and they have a meeting at the same time as us. So I kind of helped out Mrs. Condon throughout the Odyssey season. And the next team that will present will be the technical team, and Olivia will tell you about that.
This year's Odyssey of the Mind, our problem required us to write a presentation including a wearable, team-created assistant device which malfunctions and leads a group to the wrong destination. The device was required to give a silly response and also give an incorrect answer to a question. All of the malfunctions are paired with different actions by the device. This performance must include multiple settings with creative and effective scenery and props to portray them. In this problem, all of the props and scenery and device must fit inside 1 or 2 suitcases. When the time begins, the skit has to happen in 8 minutes or less. They score based off of not only how well the solution was portrayed, but also how creative you are when making it. Thank you for listening.
What was the term you had?
You want me to call? Yeah. Team, are you ready? Time starts now.
Great, that's right. Do me a favor.
Of course, my kid. May I ask what it is?
I'd like you to remove the sketch and talk to me.
How we respond it? I don't know. We need some sort of magical device that can show us the entire world.
You can use the strip assistance device that'll be behind where you're going. Wait, come back. What's wrong? The braille device. It's a hat.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Stay safe on your journey.
Okay, well.
Goodbye.
Oh, we have no idea how to get to the chocolate kingdom.
Maybe the device is the hat. Device, give us your...
Addison, look. The name of the destination is smart.
It's fine. It's probably like that was made. Let's just follow the map and see where it goes. I hope that's where I made it to the chocolate kingdom. I'm on my way to the lollipop festival and the fish to the lollipop fair.
So, I think we've been walking in circles. I've seen those same trees about 5 times. I heard you were lost. Can I help?
Yeah, actually, we're looking for the chocolate kingdom.
Well, you shouldn't be in the forest. You're completely going the wrong way. Look at this very reliable map. It shows a path leading through the candy forest to the chocolate kingdom. That very reliable map does not lead to the chocolate kingdom.
Did you by any chance give us directions?
You'll go that way to get to the chocolate kingdom.
Are you listening to the directions from the lollipop fairy?
Yes.
So, the chocolate kingdom's out, just like your map says.
No, it's not. Well, both the desert and the map say that it's that way, so I think that's the direction we should go. You'll regret it. They're not going to make it to the chocolate kingdom.
That trip assistant device was valuable, so I decided not to steal it.
What was that?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, that's good, because it sounds like you were confessing to some type of evil crime against humanity. Oh well, bye then.
I need to leave now so I can catch up with the explorers. I almost got caught.
Addison?
Oh, sorry. I don't think this is the chocolate kingdom.
Let's ask the device.
Device, is this the chocolate kingdom?
Yeah, sure. That looks like chocolate, doesn't it?
This definitely is not the chocolate kingdom.
What did you do here? Have you already delivered to get to the chocolate kingdom? Well, the device malfunctioned and gave us the wrong directions.
And there was a jester in the woods that told us that the map was correct.
Look, here's a picture of it. But the chocolate kingdom is this way.
So, you finally figured out you're going the wrong way?
Yeah, the device malfunctioned and gave us the wrong directions.
That jester was also trying to make you go the wrong way. I heard him talking about it right over there earlier. I guess we should have just listened to you in the first place. Yep. I also heard a lollipop joke the other day. I just can't remember it. Close to my tongue. I mean, no, that wasn't really funny. Who was laughing at me?
Keep walking, keep walking. We don't have all day here. We need to get to the chocolate kingdom.
Can I come go to the chocolate kingdom?
Of course, all hands on deck. Great, we finally arrived at the chocolate kingdom. Now you can deliver a gift. Wow, that grass is massive. Wasn't that size?
Maybe The device can translate it.
Device translate.
How do you know chocolate is the best therapist? It melts away all your problems.
I see your device translated my side. Funny joke, isn't it? You know, the other day, someone accused me of stealing their Kit Kat. I told them, give me a break. So anyways, what are you guys doing here?
I sent these to explorers to learn that gift to talk between them. But their services device malfunctioned and led them to the wrong direction. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What happened to the wrong direction? To the chocolate kingdom.
You know, I thought I overheard him confessing to some type of crime against humanity while I was taking my morning walk through the forest in disguise.
That's a weird one routine.
No! It's perfectly normal. Moving on.
Guys, we should probably catch this criminal.
Sure, but first, what do you call a
He's
piece of
running
chocolate?
away.
Sure.
Look on me, I didn't do anything wrong.
You are accused of breaking out of Jester jail and giving these people the wrong device.
Okay, fine. You should open this gift now.
Finally! I get to open this mysterious box! What could it be? Chocolate? More chocolate? The key to the universe? Flying chocolate! And a chocolate jump book. What do you call a sheep covered in chocolate? Doesn't matter what you call it. I call it my dinner.
Okay, we get it. There's a chocolate cake, but every time jokes, here's one. Why does it kid get in trouble? I don't know.
What?
Why? Because it's 6 foot rule. Hey, guys, stop. You suck at making jokes.
Wait, give me one more chance. Have you ever heard of Chocolate Lake? He was never on.
Bye.
So
That's a wrap.
That was so cute.
She would make us do
I'm like shaking. I'm gonna have to do this.
Good job, Chelsea. Okay, next up, we have Caleb Condon, who will be talking about the Division II structure team. So they'll have the same problem as the Division I, but it's the middle school.
Thank you for inviting us here today. Our problem for Odyssey was Life's a Ball. In this problem, we had to create a performance about throwing a party or a ball. We had to design and build a ball solid structure that was to hold weight at intervals, various balls were rolled towards the structure. We also had to incorporate team-created terms that explain the impact of collisions. Our theme was a New Year's Eve party. We made games that go along with the party. The games include Plinko, water pong, and croquet. We also built a Christmas tree, ball drop, and mic drop ball release. The goal was for the structure to hold a heavy weight. For this competition, our structure held 435 pounds. Every team also has a spontaneous question to answer. It could either be a verbal, hands-on, or a verbal hands-on problem, with items to use to solve a problem. We do not know until we walk into the room what type of problem we may have to solve. This year, we had a hands-on spontaneous problem. And due to transportation, our ball releases might not work as successful as they have, but we plan to make improvements before the state competition. We have spent around 90 hours of practice time and have worked hard as a team, and we are excited to present to you tonight. And one more thing. Before this, me and Mrs. Morel, the elementary principal, talked, and she wanted to take one of the trophies out of the two to the elementary school to encourage more elementary kids to want to do Odyssey. That's all.
If you can rescue the trophy out of Adele and Caleb's hands. Adele slept with it, right? We have proof of that.
Thank you, sir.
Team, are you ready?
Let's go!
Time starts now.
Hello everyone and welcome to my Celebrity Countdown Celebration. We have a variety of special guests arriving at Ariana Smith. Some celebrity spotlights include Taylor, Mamie, Elon, Michael, and Johnny. This evening you can expect many thrilling events from our New Year. Hope you're ready to hear us for our theoretical party. Hi, come on in and welcome to my New Year's Eve fest.
This is going to be the most horrific New Year's Eve party ever.
I am ready to alive with the new year.
Wild Spirit Country, so let's get the party started.
Where's the food?
Hey Michael, I didn't expect to see you because it's so close to midnight.
Haha, very funny. What do you plan for us tonight?
I've been on a roll playing some games inside.
Where did you say the food was again?
If you say it was delicious, not easy.
Well, yeah, but that means we're until after the fall school party.
Okay, let's start by celebrating.
Hey, that reminds me of a song.
Celebrate good times, come on,
let's celebrate. Celebrate good times, come on, let's celebrate. There's a party going on over here, a celebration to last throughout the year.
So bring your good times, your laughter too. We're gonna celebrate and party with you.
The Microsphere is launching down Celebrity Celebration Speedway in preparation for a New Year's celebration.
For our first game, we are going to play water polo.
Oh, I love that game. That's terrific. I missed. How did that happen?
Well, according to my calculations, based off the position and velocity of the object, it was highly probabilistic for it to take a wide right, especially in the NFL.
I love your tree.
Thanks, I decorated it for the new year.
As you can see, my fingers slip. Let's see how we can slip up in life. But you have to remember that there's always someone or something there for you.
The ornament is rolling down Oriental Avenue in Georgetown.
Now we are going to be playing Think Up.
Can I go first? I love this game.
Sure. Wow, that's so cool. I've never seen Think Up before.
How does that work? It's easy. You roll the ball down the board into a plate value and you get it.
Okay, one called Madness and has a K. So I can clap.
How do you like it now? How do you like it now? Now we are going to be playing croquet.
Yeah, we're the real ball droppers to go in.
Yeah, you're right. It's all pretty games until the ball drops.
Okay, that's later though. Let's get to croquet. Sure.
It's close to midnight.
Oh yeah, that's right. Let's get here with the ball drop.
Yeah, can't wait.
The balls is above the internet and maybe even the structure too.
We're falling into the air.
Guys, look! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
The ball is launching down of the Revolution runway in Georgetown.
Hey, lady, what's your New Year's resolution? I know you want me to stop eating after 6 o'clock. My New Year's resolution is to learn more about
It's about that time!
Great job, everyone. I don't know about the rest of you, but I think we should start every board meeting that way. That was the best. Thank you so much.
She's trying to escape, but I'd like to have you come up here and just take some applause and some gratitude. She and Mrs. Condon have worked very hard, and she has also been an integral part of this team as well. So thank you for all that you've done. I know we appreciate it, as do the kids. So thank
you. We are going to give them a minute, yeah. We're going to give you guys just a minute to clean up, and then we'll move on to our next presentation.
That was quality.
She is hard. Don't even try. It is better.
Yes. Who's the Scholarship Challenge?
You can have Nora in her back. Or you don't want your costume.
Hey, Attilio, you forgot. You
We're not in a rush, right? Not in a rush.
Wait, Ada, when I say, wait, let's talk about your joke, can I say like, here's one, can I take one, please?
I fell on my bed.
I think those things for a while. I carried them underneath my arm, so. Or just force it.
That's Alex.
Did they want that?
I think probably, I got it.
People like me.
You're the more likable person.
I'm better with
He has the better charisma. No, he has charisma. No, he has charisma. He can say whatever he wants, and he always things right. He carried all of that. Carry that normal. He might make a little bit.
You ever hear of John F. Kennedy? You ever hear of John F. Kennedy?
I had it here before.
You can see, it's a headband.
He's advertised for his time.
Yeah, I had it.
5 foot. He's 5'5". He was 5'5". 5'6". So that was the advertising.
5'2". He's an excellent type of time.
There's more to it now. All right, I think we're in a good spot now. Where's Mrs. Jennings? Next presentation is the Junior High Scholarship Challenge team. They will be competing at the Sayre Theater on Saturday at 10 a.m. So they're going to talk all about their achievements. You do not. Nope.
So I just want to start by saying the members of our team this year, Daniel Rapotic, Ada Mosier, Clyde Gleiger, Paisley Malinowski, Jake Johnson, and for the first time we had a couple of sixth graders, we had Attilio Aglino and Aiden Huey. Unfortunately, I don't want to say unfortunately, but unlike the high school, we don't really get a lot of opportunities to compete. So we start with a quiz bowl that we get invited to every year at a title. We went there and I was allowed to divide them into two teams, and lo and behold, they won. They had to compete against each other, and so Ada and Paisley and Aiden, right, took first, and sorry, Daniel and Attilio.
And Jake took second, which made for a very interesting trip to McDonald's afterwards, because there was a lot of competition still going on. But anyway, but that being said, they really showed up, and I was very, very proud of them, and very surprised. So this Saturday, 10 a.m. at the Sarah Theater, I want to say that I didn't want anyone to be offended, but of course, because Aiden and Natalio are only in 6th grade, I went with my 8th graders because they're pretty much done after this year. So my team will consist of Daniel, Ada, because she's going 9th grade, Clyde, and then I went for the 7th graders, Paisley, and then my alternates will be Jake, Attilio, and Aiden. So in case someone doesn't show up, we'll have some background. But it does start at 10 a.m. I believe it's broadcasted live on the radio, so you guys can listen to it. You guys can talk about practices. I'm sure Attilio.
Take the microphone, Attilio.
All right, so, we did bring up, I know. Coach Rich has heard all about it as well as Mrs. Blythe and Mrs. Kometz and Mr. Shaw, but pretty much all of you. So, first off, I'd like to say, when we got invited to the Tioga Quiz Bowl, we did take first and second. They love to call me second. As long as it makes them feel better, I'm all for it. But I'd like to say, I think if we could get this further out, because there's a lot of kids who know and study sports, who study a lot of things, like Aiden and myself, we both are big on sports. Connor, I know Connor's big on sports, right? Daniel's a genius, puts me to shame, but yeah, I think there's a lot of kids who are good at a lot of different things, and who know a lot of different things, who are interested in a lot of different things, and would like to show that. So on that note, I'm not going to take up all your time. On that note, I'd like to say, if we could get this program further stretched out, then I think it could do a lot, because you got all these books, and what are they used for? I think it'd be great to have. So thank you, and yeah.
Thanks, Attilio.
Anyone else want to say anything about? No?
I'll go back up.
I thought for sure you were going to say something about literature questions.
Well, I figured I'd be a gentleman today.
Oh, here goes Aiden.
Go there and talk about it?
He felt very slighted that there were too many literature questions that he did not know.
Hello, board. Oh my God.
Right here.
Yes, so there were a lot of literature questions, which were really not sentimental. Well, I did, of course, answer 4 questions. Everybody, of course, answered a question. So what we did for the first one, we had to work on packets because just for seating and all that. So Sarah Blue, which was mine, got 47 out of the 48 questions. And Sarah Red got, Sarah Blue got first, and Sarah Red got second in the packet.
Here's the scores.
Thank you, Attilio. So we were wait, what? Sarah Blue and Sarah Red both, it was 59-58, Sarah Blue, it was 59-58 with, Sarah Blue's, with answering 13 questions, and the science people, which is all of them, answering 13 questions out of how many were there? 19 math questions, 14 English questions, which I'm very surprised, 59, and they took first place. So for social studies, Sarah Red answered 17. In science, they answered 9. And in math, they answered 15 correctly. In English, they answered 17 correctly and ended up with 58. So, a lot of very, very good reports from all of us. So there were Tyler Blue, Tyler Gold, Grace Christian, who won the King of the Court tournament. Oh boy, we don't talk about that one. Deposit Octonauts, or whatever. Deposit Little East, Sarah Blue, Sarah Red, MP Mansfield Gold, MP Mansfield Blue, Wellsboro Green, and Wellsboro White. And Tyler Blue placed 7th. Tyler Gold placed they answered 44 questions, and they were in 8th place. Grace Christian answered 42 correct answers, and the last place people, the Deposit Octonauts, or whatever, answered 31 questions. Thank you, Taylor, for letting me use your phone.
Thank you.
So there was a lot of stiff competition, is that what you're trying to tell us?
Yes, there was a lot of stiff competition except
Okay.
us.
Seven better than me.
We're very proud of Sarah Blue and Sarah Red, and thank you to Mrs. Jennings for all of her time, because I know it takes a lot of time
And preparation.
and a lot of food. Yes, she does give out snacks. We do know that. So great job to all of you. Anything else, Mr. Huey?
There's nothing else.
Okay, good. Thank you all for your time, appreciate it. Good job. Yes. You're going to do great. All right, now we have to actually do business work, and this was too much fun. All right, we're going to start with our consent agenda. Number 2, the minutes. Recommend the board to approve the minutes as presented. 3, instruction, the field trips. Motion to approve the field trips as presented. Conference request, motion to approve the conference request as presented. Letter C, new scholarship. Motion that the board approve the addition of the Satterley Creek Environmental Stewardship Award. This award will be given to a graduating senior with a minimum 3.0 GPA who plans to pursue a major in environmental science, ecology, sustainability, conservation, biology, environmental engineering, or a related field, and has been accepted into accredited 2- or 4-year college, technical college, or university. The scholarship will be for the amount of $1,500, one time only. Student affairs, in lieu of expulsion agreement, motion to approve the in lieu of expulsion agreement that is inside of your packets. Number 5, finance. Berkheimer Act 32 earned income tax report. Motion to approve the Act 32 Berkheimer tax report as presented. Letter B, 2024-2025 audit report. Motion to accept the 2024-2025 audit report performed by EFPR Group Certified Public Accountants. Number 6, letter A, first reading of district policy. Motion to approve the first reading of the attached policies. Number 7, letter A, employment. Motion to approve the coaching staff as presented. Is that right? Yes. District personnel. Why do I have... Motion to approve the district personnel as presented. Do we have a motion and a second on the consent agenda items? Where am I? I skipped. Sorry. Skipped over. PSBA, Principles for Governance Leadership. Motion to approve the resolution for Principles, Governance, and Leadership as presented. Now, do we have a motion and a second?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments on the consent agenda items? Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Is anyone opposed? Okay. Down to the roll call items. Letter A, the bills. Motion to approve the bills as presented. Can I have a motion and a second to approve the bills? Any questions or comments? Okay, Mr. Wells, I'm going to need a roll call, please.
Mrs. Agnew?
Yes, except I abstain on number 4 and number 41.
Mrs. Blythe?
Yes.
Mr. Cole?
Yes, I need to abstain on number 3.
Mr. Hickey?
Yes.
Mrs. Kometz?
Yes.
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Mr. Shaw?
Yes, I have to abstain, 99, 100, and 101.
Mr. Scarpon?
Yes.
Okay, down to reports. Mrs. Ely, is she hiding on me? She is. Mrs. Ely. Yeah, the podium was in your way.
Good evening, everyone. I just want to congratulate Jordan Brown on heading to state competition for wrestling on Wednesday. We all wish him well. Also, Dominic Musick and Olivia Thompson will be heading to state competition for swim next week. We wish them our best. Mrs. Grunza and the cafe staff held a family event last Friday downstairs in the cafe. It was well attended, and the students were able to serve their family members, and the group played a game as well. So thank you to Mrs. Grunza and everyone else who worked hard to make that event so special. Looking ahead, spring sports are starting this week, and I just wanted to mention that school will be in session on Friday the 13th. That is now a snow makeup day. That's it.
Thank you, Mrs. Ely. Mrs. Morel, Elementary School Principal's Report.
Good evening, everyone. I passed around our February Employee of the Month as well as this month. February was Sarah Condon, and this month is Tacey Bagley. So thank you to them for their extra efforts and everything that they do at Snyder for earning that special parking space up front. Just make sure you don't pull into mine. It's right next to it, so just be careful of that. Be mindful, I always tell them. We had a wonderful family engagement night. It was well attended. We had a magician that came. It was recommended through Mr. Wells. He had presented at Canton, and it went very well, so we were very happy for that. Another well-attended third grade President's Day report on February 18th. Thank you to the third grade teachers for organizing such a great experience for our students and families. The pep rally, thank you to Mrs. Ely and the high school students for being so welcoming. They were very gracious and had some cheers going. When I walked in, I was looking for our kiddos, didn't even see them or hear them. They were sitting quietly and patiently waiting up in the bleachers, so it was a well-attended opportunity. We had great attendance that day, so it just showed that the kids were very interested in coming over. And Career Day on February 20th, thank you to Mrs. Romberger and the Guthrie Healthcare Career Fair that they put together for us. There were careers on x-rays, respiratory therapist, EMS, the trauma team, the blood lab came over, and the hospital canine came over as well. So we had lots going on at Snyder, lots coming up, and when you see all our kiddos participate, it's just an extra great day to be a principal at Snyder. So thank you for my report, and that's all I have.
Thank you, Mrs. Morel.
Welcome.
Director of Student Services, Dr. Tejan.
Not a good sign when I have to bring my water.
All right, good evening, everyone. Tonight I have a grants update for you. So we had applied for the School Safety and Mental Health Grant through PCCD. So that grant was awarded in the amount of $116,000. We had applied to use those funds to offset some of the mental health professionals and services that we're providing for our students currently. We are also working on applying for a grant through the Highmark Foundation, and that is to support social emotional wellness and purchasing a curriculum for the elementary school. And then lastly, in collaboration with Mr. Green and Mr. Claypool, I'm working on a school facility improvement grant through the Department of Community and Economic Development in the amount of $1.4 million for roof restoration and parapet walls. So the district will need to contribute 25% of whatever is awarded if and when we do receive that award. And then I'm going to hang out up here for a little longer. So last fall, we were asked to present at the PDE conference, which was last week. So Mr. Hendrick and I actually did that last Friday morning during the cafe breakfast, which I was so sad to miss. So SSIP is, it's the State Systemic Improvement Plan program, and so the goal of that is to reduce special education dropouts. So our team at the high school consists of Mrs. Ely, Mrs. Ramsey, Mrs. Grunza, Mrs. Schreiber, Mr. Hendrick, myself, and then a consultant from Patton who is here monthly with us, Tara Russo. And then also while we were at the conference, I was able to attend a few sessions. My sessions were focused on special education law, the importance of progress monitoring to track progress or the lack thereof with students with IEPs. I also attended a session on early intervention services and how to ease that transition into kindergarten for students with disabilities. Oh, sorry.
I was lucky enough to attend some sessions on transforming literacy outcomes through leadership and implementation science, one on strategies to help students attack math word problems, and one which seems counterintuitive, but with everything we have going on, doing less to achieve more, kind of de-implementation of stuff and really keeping a good focus. And finally, I got to participate in a panel on implementing equity, which is a reading strategy that we're looking at trying to bring in for, it'll align with the new curriculum we purchased last year, but it's an explicit strategy for the teachers. So, and as Trish said, we presented together with Laura Moran and Tara Russo from Patton. And we're happy to report that despite having a Friday morning time slot at 8:30, the last time, we still had a packed room with over 100 educators in attendance, where we shared the strategies and things that we've done as a team here at Sarah to try to make sure that every student has every opportunity to graduate. Presentation was well received. We had many follow-up questions. We actually couldn't get out because they kind of kept us there asking us questions. And unfortunately, we weren't able to Zoom with the breakfast like we wanted to that morning. We're going to have the kids and their parents breakfast. And since we've had our SSIP team, our dropout rate for special education students has improved by almost 20%. And I apologize for doing this, but our presentation is about an hour, so I hope everybody already had dinner. I know it was a long night to put this. Mr. Wells, this is all him.
I didn't say that.
I'm just kidding. But we do want to share a video that highlights our Connections Cafe, so you guys can kind of see it during the day and what goes into it. We did share this as part of our presentation, so thank you to Mrs. Tracy and obviously to Ms. Grunza for everything that they do. It's not really an hour, Mr. Kelly. You will stay with me. Well, I shouldn't say that.
What are your top 3 favorite things to do here at Sarah?
Art club, theater, and eat at the cafe.
What are your top 3 favorite things to do here at Sarah?
Go to the cafe.
What are your favorite things here to do at Sarah?
Say for especially David, Stevie, and
So with the help of our paraprofessionals and our students, the Connections Cafe has been off to a wonderful start, and I just couldn't be prouder of everybody that has helped kickstart the cafe this year. Everyone is busy bees.
Hello,
cafe. We do a selection of bagels, hot and cold drinks, and this place is the one of the greatest place I ever know.
Those kids are all over this building on Fridays when we have breakfast sandwiches. And they never complain, and they always do it with a smile.
At first glance, you might see students learning job skills in our cafe. But what's really happening here goes far beyond that. Yes, students are building important real-world abilities every single day. They're learning baking techniques, food preparation, and accurate measuring. They're practicing knife safety and cutting skills, developing money management, working on the cash register operations, and gaining confidence while greeting customers. These are skills that prepare them for future workplaces. They build independence, responsibility, and pride in a job well done. But the most meaningful part of this cafe isn't something you can measure with a recipe or a register. It's the connections, the conversations between students, the teamwork behind the counter, the encouragement from staff, the smile shared with customers. Students aren't just learning how to work, they're learning how to communicate, collaborate, and belong. Friendships are forming, confidence is growing. Students are discovering that they are capable, valued, and needed. The skills they are building are just the beginning. The relationships they are creating with peers, staff, and our school community, that's the greatest gift of all. And that's what makes our Connections Cafe so special.
So that's a good question. We were surprised to hear that there are a few other schools that have them. Even some in our session the other day, but I don't think it's that common.
I think it's a little different too with who's operating the cafe. Like in Towanda, I don't know if they still do, but when I was down there, they had a D&D inside the high school that was operated by students, but it was by like business classes, not special education students, so it was a little different.
Right, just, it's a model. I mean, you'd like to see it, one, recognized, and two, if there are other opportunities for expanding, growing, funding programs, if there's opportunities, I don't know if there's grant opportunities for things like that, but, I mean, it's, you know, it's one thing, when you have little gems, you really want to try to maximize.
Absolutely.
it to the, to the best.
And the one piece that, and Cameron was in one of them, and Tricia's been in there too, the interaction between the regular ed and the special ed kids is just, it's pretty special. And like I said, when you see those kids running around on Fridays, I mean, we order every day, but Fridays is just, well, it's torture because it smells like bacon in here. You can't not.
Especially during Lent.
It's just that, you know, again, you're in the middle of it and throes of it, it just begs lots of opportunities, right? I mean, what's the little, you know, is there a little case study around it, you know, long-term, right? As we look at it, what does it do long-term and those kinds of things, I just think are, you know, and anytime we have an opportunity to highlight Sarah Area School District doing things that are kind of special
Absolutely.
that can develop, we just did try to take an opportunity.
I know at least one of the students also works at Dandy with food there, who is working in the cafe as well.
That's great.
I can give you, like, I've noticed with Mark a couple of different things. One was actually, I think, when they were prepping for the dinner that you guys had there last month, and I walked in and he's using a knife and cutting green beans, and my first thought is, holy crap, what are you doing letting him have a knife? And then I watched him and I was like, whoa, I'm not, you know, upping my ante enough at home. I've got to, you know, kind of put a little bit more expectation on him. He'll hound me, he hears our buzzer go off, and Dad, laundry, Mom, laundry, you know, because he's folding towels and doing different things. He wipes down the counters. It takes a while sometimes for it to translate from like the cafe to home, but once it does, it sticks. Can't say enough about it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And we did talk about, as an admin too, we've talked about opening it, but they're just, like, the Waverly one is open to the public at certain times, but they have an external door. And ours is right in the middle of, like, there isn't logistically, a drive-up window that we hand out. But
That's great. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Mr. Hendrick, did you have anything additional
No,
outside of that? Okay.
That was it for me.
I just wanted to make sure I didn't skip over you.
No, that was, we just
Appreciate it.
did ours together.
All right, next up is Blast IU-17, Mrs. Agnew.
I don't have a flyer or anything, but I do have a special presentation. If Mrs. Morel would come up, please. For January, the Board Director Recognition Month, we usually get books, is what the IU gives to us to give to the different libraries in our districts. And this one is Smile. It's a beautiful day, and it was done by an autistic young man named Austin Orelli, and he zoomed in with us. We were able to talk with him. He's a cute guy. He just is wonderful. He came up with this, and then he had someone illustrate and help him do it. But I would like to have that
Thank you.
to the
I'll share it with the
library.
SSC
Yes,
support class first
that's
before
it.
I do that.
There-
So that
yeah,
would be great.
yeah. It's really a neat book. Yeah, it's cute. Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mrs. Agnew, I appreciate that. And I'm sure the kids will love that book as well. Mr. Cole, PSBA.
Trust me, it's short. First of all, I want to thank the board for adopting the PSBA Principles for Governance and Leadership for the 2026 guidelines for our board members. The board members might want to check out the winter 2026 bulletin, maybe if you haven't received it. There's copies of it down in the administration office. Plenty of ideas that we stay focused on governance and guidance. March 20th is the deadline to register for the Foundation's AI School Leaders Certificate starting in the spring. Also, the School Safety Summit is March 26th at the PSBA Mechanicsburg home base. And for those still needing to do required school training, virtual days March 14th, April the 11th, May 2nd, and the 16th. Plus, if you want to attend live down in State College, April 25th. That's everything from PSBA. Onward to the Career Center. Demonstration night is Thursday night, March the 5th, 6 till 8 p.m. If you plan on going, get there early. That's the best thing I can tell you. Watch some phenomenal kids down there with their the many trades that they've got down there. We did get a $70,000 grant secured through the school safety grant to support the SRO there. Student enrollment data for next year. Currently, there's 93% of the morning seats that have been taken, 85% of the seats for the afternoon session in which our school district attends. Want to give a shout out to 14 first place finishers in the Skills USA competition, including Molly Shaw's first in cosmetology. I want to throw that in there. Also, the nursing ACN site for accreditation had taken place last month. Only 5 corrections, and we were told very minor. And also the facility improvement grant, which Dr. Tejan had mentioned. The Career Center is also doing that for a roofing project. And again, as Dr. Tejan said, 75% of that will be covered, 25% through the Career Center, and that project is about $1.75 million. And that's everything I got from the Career Center.
That was short and sweet. Thank you, sir. Committee reports. Any committee chairs that would like to? Yes, sir.
Financial Committee, we had a meeting with our auditor last month to go over the fiscal year ending June 30, 2025. We got an unmodified statement, which is the best you can get. We had no material weaknesses were identified in any of our regular programs and the federal programs that they audited, so I'd like to congratulate Barry and the business office staff. It's probably the fifth or sixth year in a row that we've had unmodified, and it's very hard to do, but we keep doing it. The staff really does a great job down there. Thanks, Barry.
Thank you, Mr. Claypool. Any other committee reports?
Can I just jump in, like Andrew mentioned the team, but Sean Madigan, Christy Zimmer, Denise Quattrini, they all help out immensely. It's definitely a team effort. Shannon Moore and Tammy Shedden will even pitch in too as needed, so thanks to the whole team.
Absolutely. Anything else for committees? Barry, did you want to touch on athletics?
Most athletics got hit, started today. Just wanted to talk quick, besides congratulating those kids that are going to states and seeing how, things are improving. I think wrestling, that was our first state on the boys' side since 2008 or 2009, so it's been a while, so it's nice to see that hard work and dedication paying off there. The swimmers, I think it was probably 16 or 17 when the McClellan kids swam. That was the last time we had somebody make states, so it's another testament to the work those kids put in, and those two sports in particular are very challenging sports if you've ever participated in them. They're not easy. Did want to just kind of mention, even though the records didn't show it this year, I was still proud of our basketball programs. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of these things, so I just wanted to mention, we had several instances this year where we as teams throughout junior high and varsity helped kids on other teams that had disabilities when they got into games score in play, and specifically our girls, again with Canton, our junior high boys with North Penn Liberty, and our varsity boys at Blue Ridge. We got, not just did we do it, but afterwards we had parents and coaches from those other teams coming up to us and saying, geez, we played other teams and they just weren't willing to do that. And Blue Ridge, besides their coach, their AD, I also had parents just calling my office and saying, so that was the varsity boys' last game of the year where they let a kid that got hurt in the first game of the year, practice of the year or something like that, came back, was a senior, let him get in and, set up basically a play for him to pick the ball off and score. And we had to do that 7 or 8 different times before he finally did score, but we did that. And so while athletically, we always talk about this, we're, focused, we want to win. We want to win every game we participate in, but we also, more importantly, want to build character of the students that are in the athletics program. And so doing things like that is just as important as the wins and losses, and I wanted to make sure that folks out there were aware of that as well. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Mr. Claypool. All right, my report, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. So I just want to take a second to recognize all of the hard work from all of the extracurriculars. Obviously, we saw a lot tonight, but even outside of that, sports, bands, the arts, Odyssey of the Mind, Scholarship Challenge, all of those extracurriculars, all of the things that the teachers do in addition to their day-to-day is just very much appreciated, and clearly they put a lot of effort into that. So I appreciate it. I appreciate the time from the students as well. School days can be very long sometimes, but they make the time to do those extra things. So it's nice to see, and I know we spent the first 40 minutes of this meeting, watching them and all of their talents, but it's nice to see it. Makes this job worth it. And that is it for me. Mr. Wells.
Just a couple of things, I'll keep it short as well. Just so you're aware, the 2 of the Odyssey of Mind teams, the 2 middle school, junior high teams will go on to the state level and participate on March 28th at Pocono Mountain East High School this time. So congratulations to them. Also next week, we'll be starting our AI consortium professional development. There's different levels to that with administrators, board members, principals, and teachers will go in the summer and also have meetings in the fall as part of that consortium, so we can learn as much as we can about AI and how to use it effectively. That is through the University of Penn and the IU as well are partnering on that. And also next week, our Snyder teachers and Mrs. Morrell will be starting PIS training, which we're very excited about. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Wells. That is it. If no one has anything else, we want to get out. I know. Can I have a motion and a second to adjourn?
Second?
Thank you, everyone.
Listen, I made it as fast as I could.
Wife and the best mom. You did a really good job with the microphone. I was proud of you for standing up there. It takes a lot of